Hey, yo, Trey. I didn't even come up with anything funny for this, the beginning of this, so
Damn. Well,
uh, I,
zero time since Quentin fucked up the intro. Let's get started.
Gotcha, bitch.
So you gonna roll with us? Why not? Oh, the police is after you, huh?
I'm on punishment. My mom says I can't leave the porch.
Oh, man. Come on, let's hold the porch down.
What's up with this now? We holding the porch down. Talking about just how reality's turned out. We ain't finished, ain't even finna be for a minute. Everybody's playing games. What's up then let's have a scrimmage. Gotta unify the cooler guys with you and now you must discuss truth and lies, eulogize the proof in time what makes us us. Ain't no way to be bored now. Come on, we off the porch now.
Trey,
Yeah.
we're here. We're back.
We back.
Welcome to the Off the Porch podcast. And you with the eye. You know me.
And I'm
Trey, who are
Yeah.
you?
I am a man of many names and hats. Actually just a couple. I'm Trey, aka Brother Gresh. Or just Gresh. That's a lot easier. That's me.
Yay! After another week, we're back. What are we talking about today?
We talking about funny people.
Funny
We keeping it light. We keeping it light today.
Because I'm tired of talking about politics. I'm tired of all this shit.
All the emotional shit. Yeah, let's just have a regular conversation for the day. But let's start them off with some news and some updates.
What's,
You
what's your mental health looking like, first of all?
Oh, my mental health is cool. Has had a couple letdowns this week, but nothing. We talked about just work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was a great opportunity to kind of just look at your clear canvas, your empty canvas, and say, how is we gonna do this? How is we gonna use this? And yeah. And
Yeah.
so you turn shit around. I talk shit out. I am paying attention to what we talk about in this podcast because I'm learning with each and everybody that tunes in. If you're learning, I hope you're learning, feeling something.
That's what I like to hear. As long
Yeah.
as somebody's getting something out of it.
Mm. How about yours?
Yeah, mine's been great. I didn't for the wild thing. I didn't have nothing to talk about at therapy.
Ain't that a nice feeling?
Yeah, right. I didn't have
Or are
nothing
you
to
not
talk
digging
about.
enough?
Huh?
Are you not digging deep enough?
No, I be dig. We dig. We do
okay.
dig. But hey, I just didn't have nothing. Everything was going smooth sailing, as smooth as it can be.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Sounds like a pretty
Hopefully,
solid week for both of us.
yeah,
I
yeah,
hope the same for
yeah.
y'all.
Hopefully, hopefully by Friday I'll be on this moving train and ready to be out of here by Monday and clean this bitch up and be done with this house. Cause I need new energy. I need a new place. I need with a new place comes new energy.
I need to clean mine because if I don't come up with some kind of backdrop here instead of letting y'all see all my shit, then I'm
But get
something's
your
gonna have to
fucking
be my background here real soon. So I need to redo my space.
Yeah, here soon. I have a new space and everything, so I'm cool
Mhm.
with it. An office will be good.
Man, this is eventually going to become a bedroom when the kids get to growing a little older and just stuff like that. So I have to think a little forward. I might have to start renting out a little space. I can talk to a couple of people, but otherwise, I might be like, I have a running joke about being off and just some regular stuff happening. I don't know, but we'll figure it out because it ain't we ain't gonna give up that easy.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna give up that easy. So what updates we got, man? What happened this week?
We was on
What
somebody
happened?
else's podcast.
We was on somebody else's podcast this week. So my buddy that I went to school with in Oklahoma has a podcast called the League of Melanated Gentlemen, and they talk about it's a nerdcast in ways. I don't put titles on people or categories, but
It is a nerdcast.
they do talk. It's a nerdcast without me sounding like a dick about it, and they talk about Marvel. They talk about wrestling. There's DC movie. Like they got a whole slew of things over 300 episodes right now. Them dudes been real consistent, and I know y'all probably heard me talk about them on the in the lab. But yeah, so we was on the podcast getting ignorant. We had a
Yeah.
good time.
We
We
went
had a good
over
time.
to the League of Melanated Gentlemen's podcast. You can find them on YouTube, basically wherever you can find
Wherever you can find
podcasts.
podcasts, just type in either LMG podcast or just go the long way and go League of Melanated Gentlemen and peep that episode. It'll drop Monday, like super early Monday morning. So
And yeah, they do Marvel D&D. They have a wrestling podcast. They have all types of. They're trying to get into gaming, so hopefully they come over here and they game with us. You
yeah,
see me looking
yeah.
into the camera.
The crossover podcast really was kind of crazy to think about, though. I haven't listened to it to where there's too many of them outside of an interview set. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
We went over there and we played 5-second rule. Yeah, it was a little controversial, but
yeah, it was. It was. And then we played. I was about to say Black Jeopardy. It was close enough. Nah, they didn't ask black people though. But
and then we played Family Feud. So
yeah, Family Feud, not Jeopardy. That's it.
be looking for that Monday.
Yeah. Look for that Monday. That was a good time.
Yeah, and maybe you'll see me in other future places, and you'll see Trey in other future places.
Oh yeah, like I did an episode with him quite a few months ago too. So just surf through. They got a lot of good content.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, them funny people.
Funny man.
And how kind of funny how all the comedians is usually the first ones in Hollywood to fight you.
No,
It
you're
don't
not
be
wrong.
funny. It don't be funny to the comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we talking about our favorite comedians. What we gonna do is we gonna go through our top 5. We're gonna have some conversation pieces on each. I got some honorable mentions just because we can put a little time in and just have a good worth of discussion. And then we're gonna put together off the porch top 5. So that'll be
Yeah.
good to get into. So yep. But anyway, so I'm gonna start off with my top 5.
You want to go 5, and then you want to go back and forth?
Let's go back and forth.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start with my 5. Should we going down or up?
We're going down 5 to 1.
5 to 1.
Yeah.
All right, give me just a second. I'm unprepared. I be feeling like, bruh, I am the one that's always asking for a pencil in class, so don't y'all judge me.
You see what I
Here
got? You see what?
let's see here. All right. My number 5 is Cat Williams.
Okay.
We out, yeah. Drop
We
next Friday after next, and Pimp Chronicles all the way through. You can't deny Cat's run. So that's my 5.
Well, I guess we should one of my honorable mentions, because I had 10 and I narrowed it down to 5. So he's on my honorable mentions list.
Okay, yeah, and we will mention if we got a dupe on here just to make sure. Yeah, we clear the air on it.
Right.
What's your number 5?
But my number 5 is Ali Sadiq.
Ooh.
I'm down with I'm hardcore into storytellers. First of all, and so back in the day, you remember Comic View. I used to see him on Comic View and didn't know who he was. He was funny to me, and then to see it in probably like 2013 or so, he started popping up again, and then
So I couldn't give Ali Sadiq, even though he said some funny shit that I've seen and heard. I haven't listened to none of the Domino Effects all the way through. I haven't put them on, and I don't be watching TV. That's one of the reasons why. And my kids be all over the place, and that fool wild. But I just got done listening to his Shay Shay interview, yesterday, I think. So I mean, I'm a fan.
You know you can listen to him too
on YouTube, right? Or what they got him. No, I ain't about to do that at work, bro, because that's when I have my headphones in, and I'm a fool enough singing. Yeah, hey, don't even get me started. Teddy Pendergrass, everything. I'll be jamming at work. I'm not about to start clowning, especially not on some Ali Sadiq subjects. Nope. No, but that is interesting because I like comedy radio on road trips. That's fun.
Yeah. So yeah, Ali is my number 5. My starting 5.
My number 4 is Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac is that's the comedian unk, for real. Steve was cool, but Bernie Mac, he was older. He talked about shit that was relatable to me when I was a kid.
So if we duplicate, let's not get too far. Let's just go for 4, and then we'll go.
Okay,
and then when we get done with the list, then when we get done with the list, because I just realized how fucked up that was.
Yeah, let's just go. Yeah, we're gonna skim right past that there. What's your number 4, bro?
My number 4, and because this was I grew up on strictly Comic View.
Okay.
So.
Oh man.
Yeah. Now you see why. Now you see why my
See, your comedian list is completely different from my comedian list. I did watch Comic View, but I never got so far to where I knew some names, but not you know. But go ahead, because I like where this is going.
But my number 4 is Ricky Smiley.
Leave me alone.
And you know exactly why. Because all of those impressions, every last one of those impressions are somebody that we knew.
Somebody's cousin. Somebody at somebody's family reunion.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
it was real to me.
No, Lil Daryl had us in the chokehold
Yes.
for a hot minute.
Lil
Oh,
Daryl was
yeah.
real.
No, because he resurfaced a couple of years ago when Ricky Smiley did that video.
Mm-hmm.
I was dying.
Now,
Yeah, that's a good choice. That's a good choice right there.
my number 4, honorable mention is Miss Pat. See,
I'm not familiar with Miss Pat. You know it?
Miss Pat is more of a storyteller,
Okay.
and she tell you, and she is from the hood. She had been shot in the titty. She tell you about the time she got shot in the titty. That's all types of shit. She funny as hell. But she's more of an acquired taste. But she's one of those that got it out the mud.
I ain't gonna lie, them women comedians be something else, boy.
Yeah.
They be funny as hell. Boy, you gotta be careful with you. You put a woman comedian on, ain't no telling what's about to happen. I'm gonna put just an honorable mention out there because I just thought about it. That's one of my first cougar crushes. Some more.
Huh? Oh.
Some more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A real woman.
A real woman.
And she was like grown when we was young. She was like grown. That's like a grown woman.
Hey, to the side joint. Yep. So I'm gonna put her right there. That's why I was like, and she was nasty.
She was a grown woman.
Let me just put that right there.
That was a grown woman.
Yeah. All right. Number 3 for me. My boy, a Kansas City man, Eddie Griffin.
Okay.
Eddie Griffin's smart, boy, and the way he delivers his comedy is he got that truthful comedy, and he talk a lot of shit. Whew. And he's undercover brother.
Mm-hmm.
My baby daddy, classic.
Blaxploitation.
Did you take your hat off,
brother?
like a damn fool? That shit had me dying.
Yeah. I didn't really ever get into Eddie's stand up. I was always like, me and blaxploitation films.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how, and I got into it in later years and whatnot. And for me, it wasn't. That's not my cup.
Mm-hmm.
See, we going down the line. But yeah, as a respectable comic, hell yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. Like between the dancing, like in the movies and stuff, he was always like he had a kind of cool to him.
Mm-hmm.
But when I didn't get like I wasn't able to listen to that shit when I was a kid, man. So like I was going back, and this is also the reason why I didn't put no dead comics on here either. But I was going back and listening to.
I got dead comics on mine.
Well, it's a couple of them that I'll mention, but by the time I was old enough, I ain't sift through and be like I love Red Fox. I love Sanford and stuff. But I didn't put him as a comedian because like I ain't really Yeah, you know what I mean? So right. I went with what I knew is all. And Eddie Griffin was one of the ones that introduced me to like that depth of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And talking shit all the way through it. So yeah, he's up there for me.
My number 3, well, we all know him, love him. I'm glad he's kind of coming out of his bullshit I hate trans people phase. Cause one of the dolls overcharged him or something. I don't know. But good old Dave. Yeah, you heard that right.
Mm-hmm. I'm proud of you.
Good old Dave Chappelle. So
you can't deny it, man. Hey, look. Before that happened, you can't sit here and tell me that you wasn't quoting Dave Chappelle
Right.
on the
No.
regular.
I'll
show.
never fault somebody's arts. I just say that as I'm glad that he came out of that. he ain't talking about the shit no more.
One of the last ones he had, he did some crazy shit, but he didn't. I ain't never really see him as him like talking like bad. But he had something to say, and you know what I mean.
The thing is, one of them dolls, the prices got too high for him, and he was mad about it, and he got over it, and that's what happened. One of the dolls said, "I need my money," and he was like, "That's a lot of money."
Oh, so like a Shannon Sharp type of joint.
One of the dolls.
Man. Well, you know.
But yeah,
Anyway.
from the stand up scenarios to the crack selling baby, to the Chappelle show, to the different characters, the storytelling of the Chappelle show.
They gave us Half Baked.
The half baked, just the solely the art of storytelling.
Did you see that early movie when he did with Norm Macdonald?
Yes.
I can't remember the name where they kidnapped the lady's dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's my stuff. That is my stuff. Yeah. Okay, that's a good 3. That's a good 3. My number two.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy.
All
He
right.
has to be on the list. I didn't know what a comedian was unless somebody was talking about Eddie Murphy in the early 90s. Like, let's be real here. Or what was the Raw and them days? That was the late 80s, wasn't it?
The very late 80s. Like
Yeah,
89.
Yeah, so I dropped right around that time anyway. So, yeah, I came in right, and then you had, he's the best stand-up comedian that has the best movies. He was making fire movies before I was born.
Yeah, it was.
And then made fire movies after I was born, and everybody knew his name for 20 years, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta give it to Eddie.
Surprisingly, he's on my honorable mention list.
It's fair for this generation because I don't think people.
Because and I'll tell you,
it's fair.
I'll tell you why after I tell you who my number 2 is. My number 2 is George Carlin.
And see, a lot of people don't know. Well, a lot of black folks don't know about George Carlin. That's a funny man.
I'd say that.
That's a funny man.
I'd say.
I'm gonna wild ass honorable mention. I'm gonna just go through a short list after you get done. Go ahead, sorry.
George Carlin was my number 2, and that's the reason I didn't put Eddie. I'll put him at my honorable mention number 2. Because I think that in this moment in time, George Carlin has more of an effect on me than Eddie Murphy would.
That's a fair statement for picking a favorite like comedian, because I mean, just based off of, I don't know, it's always a popularity contest. When people was dropping their stand-ups and like, this person's hilarious for this 2, 3, 4 years of running, however they did it.
Right.
But the culture, the community, we know Cat Williams and Kevin Hart and Eddie Murphy and all that. I like when people like. I did a little bit of the white collar comedy sometimes. I was stuck off in the sticks when I was a kid. Of course, I heard Ron White and goddamn Larry the Cable Guy together. That shit was funny to me too. And so, like, getting off the course, like, and I'll talk about those in my honorable mentions because, like, my categories of comedians. It's so broad because, like, yeah, we'll get into it here in a bit. But
also, hold on. Side note, was just randomly saw a news article about Theo Vaughn.
Oh, when he choked up the world?
Yeah, wait, because I hadn't put two and two together. Cause you know I watched Real World and Road Rules. I hadn't put two and two together that's the same Theo Vaughn from And that I was like, hey, y'all better leave that little crazy motherfucker alone.
I didn't ever watch that. My sisters watched it, but
hey, brother, that
he's a lot
motherfucker's
smaller than I thought too.
that motherfucker's crazy for real.
But I mean, I ain't heard nothing from Theo Vaughn except for some clips. I watch a lot of reels, doom scrolling, but I wouldn't like he looked like a raccoon fighter, bro.
Yeah,
Like you can grab somebody's kind of aura, like. No, he's a squirrely motherfucker. I'm not. No.
He was on there, brother. He was on there from like '97, like Road Rules '97.
That's
when
like season 3 of that motherfucker. My sisters used to watch it. That's when I knew to go outside, just like when General Hospital shit came on. And then
you
when
know,
came on, I knew to go to bed.
He might fight fucking badgers for real.
No, for real. He's somewhere in the country, somewhere off in the sticks.
You know, them
like
is
fucking,
them is like Limp Bizkit white people.
the that's Kid Rock, ain't it?
You remember it? Yeah, you remember when that's Woodstock '97 folk. Oh yeah, but George Carlin, right at this point in time, I would relate to because his common sense ain't such common sense comedy. Like I think people that are fucking willingly fucking, you're just stupid. You're an ignorant fucking person. I think that's funny. Like, then me calling you fucking stupid, you goddamn idiot. I think that is fucking funny. Like, look what this dumb, because look what this dumb idiot over here did. Yeah, people hate it. People hate it, and I fucking love it because you're stupid, and it's intellectual stuff.
What's 9 plus 10?
21. Yeah. Oh, stupid.
That video will never get old to me. Peak tick. What was that? Vine. Peak Vine time, man. Goodness. Alright. Number uno. I ain't gonna spend too much time on this one. Self-explanatory, but I will say a couple words. Mr. Dave Chappelle.
Okay. Well.
It's probably not a surprise. Fucking with me, knowing me like you know me. Dog, I was on the Dave Chappelle show so tough. I was on there so tough. Tyrone Biggins, like, I dressed up as Tyrone Biggins for that Halloween party. You remember that? Mm-hmm. And I still had my cast on my foot and from my hand and stuff.
Oh my God!
It's a picture of me and with the. Pause. I actually have to say it. Ain't nothing worse than niggas can't stop saying pause, but I had shit around my mouth. Yeah. But yeah, Dave Chappelle, he formed my level of comedy basically. And man, all of that. I watch it now and I'm like, I'm glad that his style has changed. I mean, despite what he said, but he makes you think. And I appreciate it. He's still good after a hiatus or whatever he has. So I fucks with Dave Chappelle heavy.
Well,
what you got?
My number one, I guess it speaks for itself. It's Mr. Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah, yep. Unk.
Yeah.
So we didn't even have a lot of doubles, did we?
Not really.
Just two. Just two. That's good. Let's talk your shit.
Fuck it. Listen, from the time of I came down here to get some milk and cookies.
Look at the looking good.
Some milk and cookies. To the bow-legged walk.
That motherfucker said so funny. I had it say it again. I said, what you say?
What you say? This is some milk and cookies.
He said, he was teasing me.
Yeah.
That's one of the first times I ever felt
It
the
was-
floor laughing at
yeah,
the joke too. Boy. I
it
laughed
was-
at that shit so
It
hard.
was the first time I had seen that it was so real because you just see kids like that, and at the time you didn't know they was different. They was just other kids, but they was kind of weird. It's they walking bow-legged. It's some weird kid. This is some milk and cookies. And you, as a kid, you just like, damn. Yeah. What? There's some milk and cookies. What? And it was just every piece of it was just funny. So
And he's another one that does that has like he had the best show, I think. Like we didn't mention Chris Rock. I think he probably one of the comedians that had the better
yeah,
most successful TV shows. But Bernie Mac was right there behind him. Like I ain't really watching the Steve Harvey show in 2025. You know,
right. Nobody was. Yeah. Steve Harvey's. Hey, listen. Steve
Hey,
Harvey's. Yeah. Steve Harvey's his stand-up was never, there was no real substance to it for me.
I don't remember it. I remember Seti doing the Cadillac turn.
Right.
I remember D.L. Hughley talking about playing helicopter with the panties.
Uh-huh.
I remember
the milk and cookies.
The milk and cookies. I don't remember
Right.
much of Steve Harvey's part.
Right. So I mean, it's not. You're not.
His fame to me, like I didn't really
It's
know the Steve Harvey show. He burning me out on Family Feud, and I love Family Feud. I'm not a Steve Harvey fan very much. His clothes was nice when he was selling them in Burlington. I was digging some of them.
I mean, that's because that's because he had your size clothing. the big
Not very
fucking
often. It was hit and miss. But you know, I'm a big guy. But let me give a couple of quick lists off. I got some honorable mentions, and I'm gonna do best comedians in movies because I think it's completely different.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Richard Pryor on there too.
Richard Pryor's
another. Let me the last honorable mention I have on there is Bill Burr.
I love Bill Burr.
Yeah.
F is for Family is
But
one of my favorite shows.
But because I put George Carlin on there and they so similar, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to give a shout out to Bill Burr. I dig that. Appreciate that one.
one to not fuck around.
Spit it out. Yeah, nah, for real. You got anything else?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Nah,
Go ahead,
so
my brother.
Ones in the movies for me, like I said, I'm gonna skim through them real quick. Eddie Murphy, obvious reasons. Martin Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Run Tell That, and I watched him, but like he wasn't my favorite stand-up.
So I'd put him on my movie list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd put him on my movie list.
Like Bad Boys 1 through 5 now at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta give Martin Lawrence some flowers there. We're not about to sit up here and talk about comedy as two black men and say nothing about the Wayans family. Marlon been doing his thing. He's responsible
Exactly.
for two of my favorite movies still to this day. Scary
Well,
Movie
you
1
might
and
as
2.
well just
Don't
can
Be a
we?
Menace.
Well, if we gonna do a movie list, you might as well just put the whole family as one.
No,
So that
that's
way,
what I'm saying. Like-
yeah, that way, just put
Nobody
Wayne's
figured it out,
studio. Just
Basically, let me just go through my. I'm gonna go through my top 5 Wayne's movies real quick. I'm gonna show you.
you
Guys,
had to drop that down into
Don't
a
be a menace.
sub-Cardi.
Don't Be a Menace, my number 1. Scary Movie 2. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Get You, Sucker. That's my shit. I gotta throw White Chicks on there. And a Low Down Dirty Shame.
And this motherfucker is coming out with a Jordan Peele movie. That shit looks crazy.
Yo, right?
That
I like
shit,
look.
that shit
I'm
looks
Marlon
crazy.
is not my favorite comedian by far. Like he be wilding, little. Like it's just not my style. But if you look and see like what he does with the movies, I even watch Six Tuplets, dog. Like,
Well, I mean, his serious roles are better than his like comedy roles. Like
when
when
I'm
he
going
gets
back to Marlon, and I'm saying Senseless, The Six Men. You know, what's that one? Not he wasn't in The Last Boy Scout, was he? No, that was Damon.
yeah,
I think he was in, but just like all them early '90s joints when he was like
yeah,
young and shit. Yeah, he up there. So you know the talent's there. I fuck with A Haunted House heavy. That's my
yeah.
shit.
I just recently went and watched that again.
They call me Doug. Yeah, Seth. Hey, I'll give a shout out to Seti, man. Cedric the Entertainer was he was pretty good. He didn't have a lot of longevity,
Yeah,
but well, he does, but he don't. You know what I mean?
I mean, the Cedric the Entertainer show was it was better than the Steve Harvey show.
Definitely. Well, he had one about 5 years back on Netflix, right? Yeah, that was good. Johnson Family Vacation is my
Yeah,
shit. So
Johnson Fan.
you know,
Listen,
I watched it a couple nights ago. I ain't gonna lie. I'm the captain. Of the vessel. We wanna take you on a cruise, yeah. Yeah, man. I fuck, but let me get through the rest of these. Adam Sandler.
I
Don't even talk about like man.
yeah.
Talk about formative years. I won't go in as deep. We're gonna keep the time going.
Big
and I'm gonna put Jim
Daddy.
Carrey at the end. Yeah.
Big
Little
Daddy.
Nicky. Little Nicky.
Yeah.
Goddamn Waterboy. Come on, man. Come on, man. We didn't even mention none of their earlier stuff. Goddamn Happy
Mhm.
Gilmore. Yeah. Then I'm gonna go to the later shit. Grandma's Boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all that shit he's responsible for. Adam Sandler's got to be on the movie list. And then Jim Carrey to round it out because he gave us Ace Ventura.
And the
He also
cable
gave us
guy.
the number 23. He also gave us the Truman Show.
The cable guy.
The Cable Guy. Liar, liar.
Yeah, it's just you
The
can't
man
really.
is Dr. Robotnik. Come on, man. All the way to 2024. Robotnik.
He's been giving you childhood hits, brother.
He's been giving you hit after hit after hit after hit for your whole life. Also, under the Wayans umbrella.
Yes.
So,
he's a Wayne's guy.
Yep. So, yeah, get that man his flowers. Anybody else we should mention for this? Like, just anybody you want to talk about? Just talk about comedy.
I think I got everybody on here.
I'm gonna go.
Let
Just
me.
started.
Let's. I
just started
mean,
talking about-
would we TV comedy? You still got the Wayans.
Oh yeah, Wayans brothers. Hell yeah, Jamie Foxx. Will Smith.
We didn't give Jamie his flowers.
Actually, and you know what? he should be an honorable mention for me because when that man started playing the piano, screaming "fuck you,
Yeah,
fuck,"
fuck
man,
you.
come on. Jamie Foxx is the most diverse comedian dash singer dash actor.
Right.
Yeah. We you got to talk about Jamie Foxx. And I'm gonna go down my old school list. Maybe a couple of people that died.
I got Red Fox and Richard Pryor and
Sanford Son is responsible for the start of my portrait designs, dog. I started with a picture of Red Fox because I was watching Sanford and Son real heavy. Absolutely, he's one of my favorites. Um, who's my boy? Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney has a stand up that came out in my time. He's funny as hell.
Paul Mooney,
Give me some movies.
Charlie Murphy,
Charles Kumo Murphy. Yes, sir. Dan Aykroyd. Are you a Dan Aykroyd fan?
Yes.
So all that run of movies back then, you had Chevy Chase, Robin Williams. You got to talk about.
From Eddie was on SNL. There's a whole list of fucking just SNL people who just made it, including Keenan Thompson, which
you talk about all that. Like even Lori Beth Denberg was hilarious.
My girl. I did have a crush on Lori Beth when I was younger. Yeah, I like me. Listen, love me a big girl from time to time.
Men don't really give a fuck. If a woman exudes confidence, it doesn't matter what she looks like. I've come to that conclusion. If she gives confidence that a certain man like, it don't matter what she looks like. I just like the fact she looks like shit, and everybody knows when somebody looks like shit. She don't look like shit.
I love women.
Don't we all?
I could care less about the makeups and all that stuff. I love women.
You know what? I'm so glad I'm not in a relationship where makeup is just a huge thing. I've never been a huge fan of makeup. I know my mama got friends that are heavy on the makeup thing and like can't be seen without their face type shit. I'm like,
hey,
please
like that.
No. Hey. Look, I don't get it, but go off, I guess. I don't know. But like I've always been like that when it comes to like makeup, period. I never like that shit.
And most of us our age don't, but you don't do that. We don't let that fly. The you shoulds and you shouldn't. No, we don't do that. We don't do that.
Point out the fact that your face is lighter than your neck, but it is.
But we love you. But we love you
anyway. Love you and you love it, so love it.
See, the gay side of me could be like, "Hey, sis, let's fix it."
I'm notice all that shit.
Unfortunately, I'd be like, "Hey, sis,
no, look, I'm sure club like would have never put those colors together."
we need to go get a better color.
The contrast right there. That shit actually the shit is annoying because like
let's go do some color matching.
Look, regular guys like have. I'm not gonna say I'm not a regular guy, but like people that don't have that kind of eye, they don't even really like give a fuck.
You being an artist. You being an artist, it be done fucked you up. You be like, who did your shading?
Nah, look, and I'm cheap. I'm cheap as hell. How much you pay for somebody to say they beat your face?
Oh man, you fucked up. Go get your dollars back, hun.
I'm not
sis. They shaded you with a number 2.
How we get here? How did we get here?
I don't fucking know. Shit. Well, brother, we only got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes to figure out a fucking actual top 5.
Well, oh shit. See, I'm glad the episode was light too, because we didn't sit up here and talk no shit.
Yeah.
We need some more of these.
I'll figure
Let's see.
something out.
We have to have 2 automatically, right?
Yeah. The
Automatically, we got 2.
The 2 that we had that was the same was Dave and Bernie. And
Okay.
I had Dave at number 3 and Bernie at number 1, and you had Dave at
Number 1 and Bernie at number 4. So I'd say Dave is a safe 2 because you had him at 3 and I had him at 1.
yeah.
Okay, and Bernie is a safe 3 because you had him at 1 and I had him at 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck.
Well, let's throw some names out here and let's just bring them back from the dead. We gonna mention everybody and make it easy on ourselves because we got 9 minutes. So let's throw some names off in there that we might be able to integrate.
So my number, like I said, my number 5 is Ali Sadiq. My number 4 is Ricky Smiley. Number 3, Dave Chappelle. Number 2, Carlin. Number 1, Bernie.
All right, let me just say, I feel safe putting Ali Sadiq at number 5 just because of the content that I've seen and the way that I laughed at it.
Okay.
Yep. I'm
So
very cool with that.
Okay. And trust me, when you see it.
Nah, yeah. Like I said, I know the names of the stand-ups and all that. Like I just got done listening to his interview, so I'm interested. I just got
Andy just put another one out.
today, right?
Fucking the day
Hey,
after
man.
the day he was on Club Shay.
Oh, okay. That was oh shit. I didn't check the date, but all that. I just had to go find out the source. Was it YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What are we doing for number 4?
You writing this down?
Yeah.
Thank God. What are we doing for number 4? I think we need to keep Eddie Murphy on the board.
I'll give you Eddie Murphy over George Carlin. If it's for the 2 of us, for both of us, it would make more, I think, more sense to have Eddie.
Well,
There.
yeah. We got 2 left because we haven't had number 1, and I don't think we got a number 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, number 1's gonna be.
Wait.
Now let's get number 3.
Who'd you put at 2?
I thought we had.
Oh, Dave.
I thought we had Bernie Mac at. No, Dave Chappelle at 2 and Bernie Mac at 3. Oh, we should be on our 1. Because then we integrated Ali Sadiq and somebody on your list.
Yeah. So we gotta pick a number 1.
Okay, so give it to me real quick. What's 5 through 2?
Ali, you got number 4 Eddie, number 3 Bernie, number 2 Dave.
Ooh. I think we can handle this in 6 minutes. Like I said, we bringing folks back from the dead too with this one. And I'm gonna put, because I care, and like I said, Red Fox means a lot to me, so I'm comfortable putting him. But if we gotta, and I'm throwing the shuffle in there. Fuck it. If we gotta put him somewhere
Listen. So if you going that I would it be if that's the route that we going for number one, I would put Red, George, and Richard.
If we bringing folks back from the dead, we gotta say Richard Pryor. I got some.
Those are the three that I would pick out of.
George Carlin died.
Yeah, long time ago.
Oh. Let's see. Like I said, see, I can't say nothing. Like I know he's funny. I don't know enough about him.
Okay. So then we'll throw him to the wayside.
No offense.
Okay. So we got Red and Richard. If it's out of Red and Richard had a better. Richard had a better stand-up and a better movie career. What are we doing here?
That's good. Hold on.
Better all around.
I think I'm clinging to my my artistic journey.
You letting the bias get in front of you.
We got The Toy. We got Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights is in.
Right.
It's Pryor. It's Richard Pryor. Yep. That's a very fair number one.
Yeah, we just sat here and fucking played in these folks' face. We just played in these goddamn people's face.
I mean, at least it was up against Red Fox, though.
Right. They played in these fucking people's face.
He had good long way comedy. He had them long running jokes, you know, and he'd like make you laugh off of a couple of punchlines off the same ones. But nah, yeah, Richard Pryor had that movie line that just yeah. He got with Gene Wilder and shit was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
we
Richard Pryor,
fucking with people.
Dave Chappelle, Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy, and Ali Sadiq.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of a list.
It's a very good list.
That's a hell of a list.
So, Trey, you get the honor of posting our top 5 comedians on the Facebook.
I will do it. I will do it.
Okay.
Y'all don't let me forget either.
And guess what?
Huh.
That is a whole hour, my brother. Tell the people where they can find us.
You can find us on Facebook at Off the Porch Podcast. You can find us on Twitch, Off the Porch Pod. Q, what else you got?
You can find us on IG at Off the Porch Pod. There's periods in between all the words. And the YouTube, Off the Porch Pod.
Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube.
Guys.
All right. Well,
Bye.
have a good weekend, folks. Enjoy it. Thanks.